Hello, my dear good students. Once again, welcome you for this class. Today, we are going to study about how do ionic compounds are formed. Very easy and very interesting and very important 2 marks question arising concept. We are going to study from this lesson. How do ionic compounds form? Before going to that, we should know what are ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are the compounds which are formed by the complete transfer of electrons. By the complete transfer of the electrons, the compounds are formed. Such compounds are called as ionic compounds. In this lesson, we are going to study in deep. So, how can say this one as a ionic compounds? Ionic compounds are formed due to the reaction between metals and non-metals. Yesterday we have studied about all the reactivity of the metals and we know some of the non-metals too. So before, here in the first slide you can see here the metals are having high tendency to lose the electrons. As you know, metals are having valence electrons. It may be 1, 2 or 3. So due to the valence positive means valence electrons in their outermost shell, they are ready to lose electrons and to become positive ions or cations. But in the same way, in case of non-metals, those are need electrons, those are acceptors, electron acceptors. If the metals become electron donors, the non-metals will become electron receptors, means they are ready to gain the electrons. It may be 1 electron, 2 electrons, 3 electrons. So in this manner they are receiving electrons and becomes electronegative groups. When in between these two groups there will be a carried out the reaction, there forms a product that is called ionic compounds. In the textbook they have clearly given the different metals and different non-metals and some of the noble gases in the given slide. Here you can see, and their outermost electrons. How many outermost electrons are present in the outermost shell? So ionic compounds are formed by the reaction between metals and non-metals. So in this one, it is a very important concept is the formation of sodium chloride and magnesium chloride. Sodium chloride and magnesium chloride formation with the electron dot structure, you need to practice only these two concepts in this lesson. So let us see here in this slide I have shown you metals are electron losers become positive ions and electropositive, and non-metals gains the electron become electronegatives. First of all, one example you can see here sodium, and then another example is magnesium. Sodium, the atomic number of sodium is 11 and the electronic configuration is An. An is atomic number, Ec is electronic configuration. So atomic number of sodium is 11, electronic configuration of sodium is 281, means 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Like this, the electronic configuration is 281. So how many electrons are present in the outermost shell? One single electron is present in its outermost shell. So it is ready to lose that one electron to become Na plus, electropositive. So one electron it is ready to lose. And the same manner magnesium. Magnesium, atomic number of magnesium is 12. So electronic configuration of magnesium is 282. Means how many electrons are present in the outermost shell? 2 electrons. So it is also ready to lose its 2 electrons and becomes electropositive. So sodium is ready for 1 and magnesium is ready to give a 2 electrons. Now come to the non-metals. Here you can see non-metals like chlorine. Atomic number of chlorine is 17. Atomic number, electronic configuration is 287. Electronic configuration of chlorine is 287. So 7 outermost electrons are present in outermost shell. It is ready to take 1 electron to become 8. So to complete its octet structure of 8, 288, it need 1 more electron. Hence, that electron it may take from any other metal and to form a ionic compound. So in this first slide, I have shown you how the formation of sodium chloride is took place. Now you have know sodium is ready to give 1 electron Na plus and chlorine needs 1 electron to complete its octet structure. So see the dot structure very carefully. In the given Na plus and Cl give rise to NaCl, a salt. So the dot is indicating the electron is going to move towards the chlorine, and then the star lines indicating that there are 7 stars are there, but 1 pole is there. Pole means gap, space. There needs 1 electrons. Same manner here the transfer of electron will take place and there becomes a NaCl. Another example you can see here in the slide, magnesium chloride. Formation of magnesium chloride are very important here. In this one, atomic number magnesium 12 and chlorine 17. So magnesium is ready to give 2 electrons, but chlorine needs how many electrons? Only single electron, 1 electrons. Then how can this possible? Magnesium share its 2 electron with 2 individual of chlorine atoms. Means each need 1 electrons to complete a octet structure. Hence, in this reaction, the 2 chlorine atoms are involved. Means the 2 electrons of magnesiums were completely transferred to the 2 Cl atoms, and there is a formation of magnesium chloride MgCl2. So this is the special case we are going to see. Magnesium give out its 2 electrons to topmost 1 chlorine and another to the below 1 more chlorine atom. Then it will become Mg plus 2 by giving the 2 electrons, and Cl, each Cl will become carry a minus charge, and Cl minus, another than Cl will become a Cl minus, and plus and minus. Then becomes formation of MgCl2, magnesium chloride is formed. So this is the case in case of magnesium chloride. So I request the students that please, my dear good students, you practice this electron dot structure of sodium chloride formation as well as magnesium chloride formation. It will be very helpful for you to make you to understand. So you can practice along with this another some metals like sodium sulfate and magnesium sulfate, or the metal salts, whichever you can know, just to practice. For your understanding, I will give one more example, that is the sodium fluoride. Sodium is ready to give 1 electrons and fluorine needs 1 electron to complete its structure. Here you can see fluorine is having all the electrons completely filled, but it needs only single electron to complete its octet structure with 9 electrons. So here you can see sodium ready to give 1 electron. That electron will goes to the fluorine and there is a formation of NaF, sodium fluoride is formed. So in this manner, ionic compounds are formed by the complete transfer of electrons between metals and non-metals. So my dear good students, you can try with some other metals and non-metals to form ionic compounds and try to draw the electron dot structure. Electron dot structure for the sodium chloride. Practice this type of the electron dot structure. It will be very helpful for you, my dear good students. Just go through the some other ionic compounds. When you practice, the formation of dot structure is very helpful for you. So in this way ionic compounds are formed. In the next concept we are going to study about what are the properties of ionic compounds. In there also we have a very important 2 marks question, what are the properties of ionic compounds, or else you are going to see one more question there. You're going to have to answer there why ionic compounds are having high boiling point and melting point. In this manner give reasons questions will be arises for there. So my dear good students, thank you very much for listening this our classes, and share to your friends, let them study and study bit by bit. It will be helpful, very helpful for you. Thank you very much once again. May God bless you.